Hi everyone, I'm Bob Seplicus, Class of 78 and Deputy Athletics Director. Welcome to the 38th Annual Athletic Sponsors Picnic, the pandemic version. I sure wish we could all share good food, beverages, and great conversation with coaches and student athletes, but we'll just have to save our appetites and social skills for next year's picnic. However, COVID-19 will not stop us from celebrating another terrific year of generosity from our athletic sponsors and from thanking all of you for your unwavering support of our coaches' recruiting efforts. In spite of all the unique challenges this year, our members gave more than $522,000, the second highest total ever. This made it possible for our coaches to visit and evaluate elite student athletes all over the country and the globe, and funded the campus visits of 258 talented prospects, 117 of whom will be enrolling at Dartmouth this fall with the class of 2024. Another longtime tradition of the Sponsors Picnic is to recognize a few exceptional classes for their generosity this past year. First, let's salute the three classes with the most total sponsors: the 80s, the 78s, and led by the 59s, with 47 sponsors. Next, the three classes with the highest total donations: the 61s, the 80s, and at the top of the list, the 68s with nearly $42,000. And finally, of the 30 Dartmouth classes with class memberships, the three classes that made the biggest gifts from their class treasuries were the 78s, the 58s, and leading the way, the 63s, with $9,715. We extend heartfelt thanks to each of those classes. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the members of the Sponsors Advisory Board, led by Alumni Coordinator John Engelman. Many thanks to all of them, as their guidance and support are greatly appreciated. As you all know, this has been a difficult and challenging year for Dartmouth Athletics, dealing with the passing of a beloved coach and then a devoted administrator, the canceling of our spring and fall sports seasons due to the pandemic, and then the admissions and budget mandates that led to the agonizing decision to eliminate 5 varsity teams. But there is also plenty to celebrate. This past year, we completed the construction of 3 important facility projects that will impact many generations of Dartmouth athletes. Let me take you on a quick tour of 2 of them, something I can't usually do during the picnic. At the renovated and expanded Friends of Dartmouth Rowing Boathouse, the main space in the existing building was opened up and properly ventilated for ergometer workouts with a beautiful view of the Connecticut River. The centerpiece of the expansion comprises moving water tanks that simulate rowing on the river far more effectively than the old still water tanks in Alumni Gym. These tanks will diminish the advantage of our more southerly opponents. Also included is additional erg space, new lockers, and modern boat racks. This past fall, more than 300 rowing alumni and student athletes gathered for the dedication, thrilled to see that the impact on training and recruiting will be truly extraordinary. On the other side of campus, nestled between the Boss Tennis Center and Scully Fahey Field, is our spectacular new indoor practice facility, the largest facility of its kind in the Ivy League. From the moment you enter the main lobby, you can't help but notice the dramatic graphics adorning the walls, including the Welcome to the Woods theme that our student athletes have embraced so enthusiastically. The field itself has a 56,000 square foot field turf surface, nearly 3 times the size of the turf inside the track in Leverone Fieldhouse. Also included are batting cages, video decks, a viewing gallery, a satellite training room, and a multi-purpose room. The facility is sure to be a godsend for our lacrosse, soccer, football, baseball, softball, and women's rugby teams during cold and inclement weather. We are deeply grateful to the generous donors who made these facilities possible, as they will be absolute game changers for our programs. Next, let's celebrate our people as you meet two terrific new head coaches. First up will be our women's lacrosse coach, Alex Frank, whose team was off to a great start, ranked number 6 in the nation before the season was cut short. Next, you'll meet our new men's hockey coach, Reed Cashman, who has just transitioned from the Washington Capitals to the Big Green. Then you'll hear from two outstanding student athletes from Ivy Championship teams, football and women's rugby. We'll then share some exciting video highlights of student athletes who are only here at Dartmouth because you supported their recruitment through the Athletic Sponsor Program. Take it away, Alex.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex Frank, the head women's lacrosse coach. I hope everyone is doing well during this time. I want to start off by saying thank you. Really big thank you to Harry, Christine, and Sepp, and so many others in the athletic department. The last 5 months has definitely been challenging for all, and they've done an incredible job of helping us navigate through it and to help us kind of expect what the future will look like. There was no chapter in the coach's handbook for what to prepare me for my first year. So this has definitely been something that I am leaning on others. And with that being said, a big thank you to all of you, our athletic sponsors. Your kindness and generosity has continued to show through this time as well. On our team, we often talk about what the Dartmouth difference is. This includes going to school in the woods, attending a rigorous academic institution while competing for championships. To me, the biggest Dartmouth difference is really all of you. This support system extends way past our locker room, way past our field. Now more than ever, it has been so evident how important community is, and I am so incredibly thankful to be a part of this Dartmouth community, whether that be in person or virtually. While recruiting has been slightly put on hold currently, I know we will be ready and prepared to go after the best student athletes who will help us compete nationally, as well as be the Dartmouth difference. A lot of that has to do with your support and what you continue to do for us every day. Once this recruiting ban is lifted, we will be ready to go after the best, and we are so thankful to have your support and generosity through this. Again, please stay safe and healthy throughout this time, and we really hope to see you on the field soon. Go Big Green.
Hi, everybody. Wish I could be there in person with you today. Looking forward to when we can get to know each other when things settle down here a bit. But my name is Reed Cashman. I'm the new head coach for Dartmouth men's hockey. And I want to take a couple minutes to thank you for everything you do for our program. Talk a little bit about my vision moving forward and how we can all help each other. Trying times, I know, for everyone, but something that's really important for us is continuing to recruit. I'm currently, just to give you a little background, I'm currently in a hotel room in Toronto. I'm in the bubble. I'm an assistant coach with the Washington Capitals. I think one of the benefits for us is I can call kids from Toronto, and I can talk to them about working with John Carlson or Alex Ovechkin and working with NHL players right now, giving them insight what's going on. I think when it comes to recruiting, it's relationships. I think I was a kid from a small town in Minnesota that ended up at Quinnipiac, and a lot of it had to do with the relationships that staff built with me and made me comfortable and sold me on the idea of development, both on and off the ice. And so that's something we're going to invest a lot into, is building relationships with kids, earning trust with those kids, putting the work in with seeing them in person when we can, and then phone calls and everything we can to let them know that we're going to make them better at Dartmouth. They're going to have a life-changing degree, a life-changing experience, and be part of a hockey program that wins a lot of hockey games. We're going to recruit kids that compete at an extremely high level, have a character, and have a strong hockey IQ. And I think if you compete, you have character, and you have IQ, you create a culture, and you can build a program from there. So, again, I wish we were talking in person. I look forward to the time we can do that. I thank you for all the continued support. Go Green.
Hi, I'm Lily Durbin. I'm on the Dartmouth women's rugby team. And my recruiting trip to Hanover was definitely what solidified my decision to come to Dartmouth. And the community welcomes me with such open arms, that of Hanover as well as the students and faculty that I was able to meet along the way. And of course, the rugby team. I remember I was staying with my friend Kat on my recruitment trip. I knew her from playing on previous high school American teams in high school. And one day she took me to the library and we came across literally half of the entire rugby team studying together. And they were all laughing and just having a really good time. And it made me feel really at home, which was really important for me in choosing where I wanted to spend the next 4 years of my life. And my athletic experience at Dartmouth has been pretty unique. My freshman fall, I had a blast playing. We won Ivies and we got second in the nation at nationals. But halfway through the spring season, I tore my ACL, and 3 months after my surgery, I suffered a pulmonary embolism and a renal infarct, where the doctors found that I actually had a hole in my heart. And so I actually had to get open heart surgery last summer. So I haven't actually played rugby since I tore my ACL back in 2018. So with that said, times have surely been tough, but the hard times haven't taken away from my experience as a Dartmouth athlete by any means. If anything, I feel lucky to have been able to see the pure authenticity and care of the Dartmouth staff all around. Like my trainer, Yuri, she was there for me in the hospital because my parents, I live in California, so my parents weren't able to get there for a couple of days. So even after my parents were there, she was there for me day and night. And my coaches and teammates came to see me as well. And they were like the bright lights on my dark days. So they never left me hanging, and they provided me such immense support that I could never thank them enough. And so my experience as an athlete at Dartmouth has definitely been one of a kind, but one that I'll definitely cherish for the rest of my life. Lastly, I want to give a special thank you to the athletic sponsors for your support, because without it, my experience at Dartmouth would not have been half as memorable and close to heart as it has been. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name's Tanner Cross. I'm a rising senior linebacker from Fort Smith, Arkansas, on the varsity football team at Dartmouth. So coming into the recruiting trip, I was definitely a little bit nervous. I was flying in from Fort Smith, Arkansas, and it was about a 4.5-hour flight to get there. And it was in December, so as soon as I got off the plane in Boston, I pretty much saw snow, like a great amount of snowfall for the first time, and I was kind of dumbfounded about it. But as soon as I got off the plane, I got my Dartmouth football parka right away, so I was nice and warm and got accustomed to the cold pretty quick with that on. Going into the rest of the visit, it turned out to be a dream. Going to the hockey game was awesome. That was my first hockey game I'd ever been to. And then to get to throw the tennis balls out there on the court, that was just something unique that I'd never experienced. And it was a great deal getting to go through it. And then just going to tour the athletic facilities and see the care that goes into building flooring and everything that we have in the athletic program. So what made me choose Dartmouth was I just saw the care that the coaches put into the players, and then with all the support we have in getting through the academic side of things with DP2 and whatnot. So that really broke down my decision and made it easy for me, because I could see a place that wanted me, and I could see a place that could help me propel myself to be in a better position than where I started growing up from after I graduated from there. So whenever I had all of my offers on the table and was finally ready to make a decision, I looked at all the benefits and what I could get done at each school, and Dartmouth was by far the most influential place that I could go and become a better person, better athlete, and better student. So general reflections on the Ivy League championship, to say the least, it was an amazing experience. I came in to Dartmouth with one of my main goals being to win an Ivy League championship with my teammates, and to see that accomplished in year 3 was a beautiful thing to see. And I just wanted to thank you guys for all your support and everything that you do for Dartmouth. Without your help, we would not be able to offer the best student athlete experience in the Ivy League at Dartmouth that we do right now.
Douglas from the back line. Another dipping serve coming from her. Gray grinding her teeth to get that one. Blocked over. Free ball set here for Harvard. The Dartmouth crowd starting to get loud. More defense coming from the Big Green. Little from the 10-foot line. Roberts, Burbank, Mabry stepped into that one, and a big block. Akinwumi with a fist pump.
Hit well to left center field. That's going to bring in at least one and maybe more. A home run, a 3-run homer for Ubaldo Lopez, and Dartmouth leads 6-0.
Sydney Hill taking the slap shot, opens up some space for her as well, and she just roofed it from just inside the blue line. She's got a lot of room to carry. McCartney in towards Graham. Graham, there's the second! Within a matter of a minute, Dartmouth has found 2 goals and equalizes this game. Here comes the Big Green. Shot in the middle, fired in by Andrew Cave, the freshman midfielder with his first career score. Here comes Yesikin, sorry. Great step. Tarzan does one drill to beat. Cuts inside. What a run by number 1, Itia Yesikin.
No good for Knight, but he gets the rebound and goes in and dunks it and gets fouled. Now they'll use Bame as the inbounder, so you can't foul her. Dartmouth went for the steal, knocked it away. Dartmouth has it, and Andy McKenna is going to go in and score to give Dartmouth the lead with 13 and a half seconds left.
And they want every possible second of hockey to be played.
One-timer, St. Forget, rebound, it's in! It's in! With 2.3 to go! Dartmouth ties the game!
Quite able to keep her momentum going forward that time. And they want her in these one-on-one situations. Off the 18, a bender off the post and in! Oh, what a strike by Allie Winstanley. It hit the post, it went in. It's 2-0 Dartmouth.
Timeouts left. 6 seconds to go, fourth quarter. 3 wideouts to the right. Tyler takes the snap. He's quickly going to throw it. Rolling to his right. He's got to get rid of it, and he's going to keep it going. Now he's going to throw it deep, and he heaves it down the field. Jump ball, deflected. Good! Good! Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown, Dartmouth! Touchdown! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! I don't believe it! Dartmouth wins it on a Hail Mary! Unbelievable! Unreal! The miracle in Cambridge!
welcome everybody to our first virtual sponsors picnic. I stand outside of beautiful Alumni Gym on a gorgeous day, August 31st, here in Hanover, New Hampshire, and just want to close off our time together, and I hope you enjoyed our time by saying a few thank yous. So first of all, to Bob Seplis, who has nurtured this program for many, many years, and actually what an astounding result this year. Your generosity is so much appreciated, with our second highest total ever in a year that we just did not know what was happening, and just an amazing result, so thank you. To our sponsorship board and the great work you do, many, many thanks. Enjoy meeting with you, and hope to be able to do that again in person soon. And to our coaches, Alex and Reed, I know that you're going to enjoy getting to know them. And to Tanner and Lily, our student athletes, I hope you enjoyed their piece as well. And to Ben Myers, who puts all this together in amazing work, and I know that you're going to enjoy, that you have enjoyed the whole thing. As we close off our time, I just want to tell you that we live in the strangest of times. It's been a very tough year with the passing of two beloved colleagues in my department, with the pandemic, with the elimination of 5 varsity teams, which certainly is no one's dream, and yet you shine forward and you've shown forth in an amazing way. And I want to say a very, very special thank you to everyone out there for your generosity and for your belief in Dartmouth. Today, as I was, before I presented this and I was watching some of the highlights, I was reminded that this is why we do what we do. You know, we've been in this for so long, you tend to forget that the reason that you wake up every day and come to work is for the student athletes. And I was just so thrilled to watch those highlights from soccer and field hockey all the way to the Miracle in Cambridge, which I know many of you saw, which was one of the more amazing days of my life here at Dartmouth. And that's why we get up and do what we do, to watch the young men and young women come here and compete as Dartmouth student athletes. It's absolutely impossible without your help. And I just want you to know how much you're treasured and thought of and appreciated. So we will be back together. We will be back together in person, hopefully in the not too distant future. In the meantime, thank you again, and go Big Green.